those early parts of when you're working on a new campaign or getting your head straight on what you want to do, I've noticed you get deadlocked. And I do too. So, starting a new campaign, well, not new, I'm just making a big open table for those odd hours that I have come up that I can play. And I got a bunch of guys who want to go hardcore evil, Chaos Knight, Necromancers, and they want to tackle the Barrel Maze. Part of me goes, oh, it's a power gamer move. And second, why wouldn't that attract that particular kind of player character? That's where they'd be going. Oh, undead, finally, minions. We'll see how that works out. I think it'll be fine. If they don't kill each other. That's always possible. So, I decided on doing a flat world. Had someone asking questions about moons and stuff. I'm like, all right, we're not playing space. We're playing a fantasy game. I'm gonna make it super fantasy. World's flat. Or is that really fantasy? And 28-day calendar, 13 months, basically Celtic calendar, which I kind of partially observed for festivals and other stuff anyway myself, so not much difference there. But I'm going to have to name the days. This is where your brain just locks up. I've got to name 13 months. What am I going to name these months? I don't know. I find it easier for scheduling and stuff. It's just, 28, 20. And if I'm doing any sort of 1-1 time or 1-2 time, I give people like 48 hours usually between one session and the next session, like say 6 days pass. And that gives people plenty enough time to play and get any in-between session stuff out of the way. And that doesn't eat up time in-game. So I can just mark off those days, make moves that's happening in the world that they don't know about, and move everything forward. Because eventually I think I'm going to have a bunch of little groups in this open table area where there are 4 major mega dungeons. Because I'm using that Greg Gillespie's mega dungeon stuff, and it's all on the old wilderness survival map. So that's 4 dungeons plus any little things I put in there. That's bonus. And hex travel. I have a few people, I don't think they're playing though, that are just obsessed with hex travel in cities. And there's only one city of note that would hold their attention, and they'll be playing by themselves. Let's go. It's an open table, dude. This slot here, these people want to go do this. If you want to do that, and have fun in the city by yourself. And we can play by post, whatever. Just hope it doesn't eat up all my extra time, because I am running a bunch of other games as well. Run 2 other games. This will be 3 games I am running, and I'm playing in 3, maybe. 1 I'm going to have to drop out of, because they're going to move the day, and then it makes it unavailable for me to play, period. It is what it is. And the other one's coming to a close. So when that comes to a close, I may not pick up the next game he's going to run. Probably not. Which leaves 1 game for me to play in and 3 to run, which would be plenty. So, unfortunately for my players, this is also syncing up with some lifestyle changes where I'm pure carnivore. I can't drink coffee without sugar, so I've also ditched caffeine at the same time. Oh, so I'm tired. Grumpy. Just downright not pleasant. So we will see how this rolls out for our launch days. But naming days, do you always name up the deities in your world, or you just do it blankly? I know on the common level, I don't think most people would even care what you name the days. It's this week, and the festival of X is coming up in so many days. Well, they care what days or weeks are, except for the seasons. But it's what I'm going to keep my notes on. So I'm printing out me a little 28-month calendar. I'm going to keep reprinting it, put it on a clipboard by itself. That way, There's certain areas of these regions that are inaccessible during certain months that you just can't get in there. And they will either have to find another way in there via teleportation, flight, or whatever, or just not go. And say, we're taking 3 months off in game. The world keeps turning or spinning. Things keep happening. All those areas you cleared in the dungeon won't be clear no more. Sorry about your luck. But a bunch of douchebags. I've played with people playing evil characters. I've played evil characters, so it's not new to me. It's just a little bit more aggravation. They're always going to use that as an excuse to do some pretty heinous stuff to NPCs and stuff, which will affect their ability to do anything in town. So when you have a warrant on your head, it makes moving around a little more difficult. So if they get a high bounty, they could see other adventuring groups just come hunting for them. And another adventuring group is quite different than they had a bunch of monsters. What do you mean the assassins decided to come after me? Yeah, it's a pretty good payday, man. 2,500 gold to kill you. And if they can do it to you in your sleep, yeah, easy payday. Plus, the people in your group are not the most trustworthy people in the world. They may kill you for the money. But I think festivals in games should be paid attention to. Now, I know we have a tendency as DMs to, and I do this, our current holidays are mirrored in the games. To make, it's just convenient. There's a festival up, people can't play, your PCs are involved in the festival passes, we're ready to go back adventuring. Simple solutions to modern problems. But in games, the festivals mean something to the people. I had a festival in one of my games I just recently went, and no one paid attention to it. They could have got discounted goods and services and once a year type items available. The church was being more generous with what they were doing for people. Well, we weren't doing that. They made sure not to be in town. Okay. Okay. That's how you want to play it. You're your own worst enemies. So, gosh, I gotta name a bunch of towns. Do you just copy our modern Gregorian calendar? Or do you make up one? Now, I've used the 13-month calendar several times. And by the way, I think the one for Greyhawk was based on the Celtic calendar. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 13-month calendar. It was just a copy of the Celtic calendar. Pre-Roman. Well, not really. But anyway, curious. I may read the comments. I might not engage you, but I'll listen. I'll read what you write and either roll my eyes or go, solid point. But anyway, so I'm working on this morning. I can keep my eyes open and then go do errands. My weekends have started to shrink with more responsibilities and more responsibilities. So I might make a few more of these videos today. I broke the 30 point. I'm past 30 now. Woo! 30. But okay. You guys, game well, game often. I'll talk at you later.